Oh, hi. Did you know that one of the most risky parts of camel pose is coming out of it? The reason is that often we forget to turn on, or we're not able to turn on our abdominal muscles to help us out. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you 3 ways of training your deep abdominal muscles as well as your six-pack to come out of deep back bends safely, but also just to stabilize you for everyday life. So you're going to use these poses as training horses for your core, for a happy back. These are techniques we're going to be using in my workshop called Beyond the Six-Pack on May 18th. It's a Sunday. Check that out if you like this tutorial. So one thing that needs to be trained for coming up out of camel pose is the transversus abdominis. Let's find it briefly. Bring your hands onto your waist and move them in slightly and dig your fingers in and cough. That contracting under your fingertips, that is your transversus abdominis, which is a very important muscle that we don't use enough. Also engage your pelvic floor, hold your peep, pull it all up and in, and then suck your belly in. You can exhale all your air out as well. So using all these muscles together, engage your glutes, pull your shoulder blades down your back, and now you have a super compact core, which is important for a lot of things in life. I'm going to show you one way of training this transversus abdominis. This is the upper part. So I have a bolster here. In fact, so you can do a bolster, or you can use a block, which I actually prefer the block. I'll show you the block because you can see it easier. So place the block right under your shoulder blades. So not under the shoulder blades, but shoulder blades on the block itself. And here, interlace your hands behind your skull. And on the exhale, look at your belly button. So your ribs are pulling in, and actively pull them in, help out, and then actively suck your belly towards your spine. So we're circumventing the six-pack a little bit. So you don't want this valley coming up in the middle. Suck it in for now. Notice your rib points coming in and not popping out. Okay, so keep your rib points in as you slowly lower your head. This is plenty of work. No need for crunches. Reversing the out of a crunch is all you really need to train your deep core stabilizers. All right, and then slowly lower down. Notice I'm not allowing my ribs to pop out. All right, so lower down a little bit and then come up just about an inch, and then lower down, come up by an inch, and lower down, putting on the brakes to the shape, putting on the brakes, and then coming back up. 3 more, just like that. Slowly lower down. Keep breathing. Breathe into your upper back. Oh, come up. Reverse the movement. Okay, and now imagine you're in camel pose and you're coming up. You got to really engage the core muscles to come up. Okay, and this time you just get to relax. Oh, so nice. Good. Good. So that was number 1. Number 2 is actually in camel pose. Before we do that, stretch your quads just a little bit. Okay, so find your 2 blocks if you do tend to have the blocks for camel. And even if you're not doing camel, you can use this as a way of training your core. So you could bring something under your shins, some padding under the shins. Engage your abdominal muscles. Pull the abs in. On the exhale, notice how that tones your belly. And then slowly begin to actually put one block between your thighs and squeeze the block that engages your pelvic floor, or just engage your pelvic floor. And then start leaning back. Somewhat with the quads, but this is more about the core, so lean back with your chest. And then on the exhale, don't do any crunches, just come straight up. That's plenty, okay? So 5 more just like that. Keep squeezing the block. 2. 1. Let's do 2 more. Option, go deeper. Pull up. If this hurts your back, that means you went too far. Okay, so go a little less. Try to engage the glutes too as you come up. Okay, so that was strategy number 2. The third one is we're progressing this. Okay, so we're going to use a weight. So either grab a steel mace with a globe on one side, or even a kettlebell, but not too heavy. Or you could even grab some blocks. Okay, so blocks are the least challenging, but challenging enough because it's all about putting on the brakes as you lift your arms overhead. So what often happens is we pop out with the ribs, so this is no support for your back. Okay, so it's all about keeping the front ribs knitting in. Show it with the mace. Okay, grip confirmation and shoulder pack. Pull the shoulder blades down your back. There's a video of mace basics on this YouTube channel. Feel free to check that out to get your basic information on how to work with the mace. But for now, you just want to have all 10 fingers really wrapped around that mace. Wring it out, pull your shoulder blades down your back. Okay, then take the mace over to your right side. Okay, and then begin to lift the mace overhead. Now this is a lot of weight, more than it looks like, so you might shorten this, choke up a little bit, and then lift the mace overhead. And I'm showing from the side, focusing here on the core. I am not letting the ribs pop out, okay? So pull the mace back. This is where it gets interesting. There's a lot of weight here on the other end. And on the exhale, rather than just using my arms to pull it, you're using your core too. So pull it in, bring it back. Okay, so here I'm showing something called a shoulder cast. Yep, you can bend your knees a little bit as you do it. Make sure you have a firm stance. Okay, so here. All right, now we're going to take it up a notch. Okay, so here, go ahead and balance on your left foot. Right leg lifts. Okay, so from here, take the leg and the mace back. Engage the core, and on the exhale, pull it back in. Option, lift the leg. 3 more. From the side. Good. Side 2. Take the mace onto your left side. This is called order. This is guard. Tighten your front body on the exhale. Shrink wrap your waist. Break the mat apart with your feet and slowly start lifting the arms overhead. Keep those ribs pulling in as you lift your arms up and pull them back. Lift up and use your core to pull the arms back. 2 more. Feeling the power here. Now go ahead and lift that left leg. Lift up and pull the leg back and the mace as well, and pull it back front, and you can lift the leg just for practice. Okay, level 3 is, third way is full standing cat-cow with balance. Okay, so wring the mace out. Okay, full standing cat-cow. And exhale, pull it in. 2 more. 1 more. Side 2. Pour all your weight into your right foot. Lift the left leg. And then slowly, simultaneously, take the leg and the mace back and pull it in. 3 more. Now, one way to engage the six-pack, which is what we do need for coming out of camel pose, is just scrunching our belly. So I'm going to show it. Super simple. You can grab a block and scrunch a lot. So pretend that you were trying to make lemonade here. Pull the arms back and release. That should do it for our purposes. Try your camel. Squeeze the block. Pull your shoulder blades down your back, engage your glutes. Shift your hips forward, engage your core. So lengthen your tailbone towards the floor. Pull your rib points in. Anusara Yogis, pelvic loop, kidney loop, shoulder loop, right? Everyone slowly keep everything engaged and lean back and down. Maybe you can put the hands on the legs. If this is not available to you, you can take the hips back and see if you can come close and come back up. All right, but engaging that core, engaging those glutes, tear the mat apart with the shins to engage the gluteal muscles. On your exhale, pull the belly button towards the spine, breastbone to pubic bone, that is your six-pack. On the exhale, come on up. 2 more times, lower down, putting on the brakes. And exhale, pull it up. Advanced, hands in the backs of the knees. Exhale, chin to chest, come on up. Ooh. Progressions like this are very helpful not only for your yoga practice, but for your everyday life, because we all need strength in our deep core stabilizers, and a lot of us don't have it. So back pain is often associated with a weakness in the deep core stabilizers. So scientific studies have shown that if you strengthen the transverse abdominis, the pelvic floor, and other players of the deep core, you will come out of back pain. I'm teaching all of this in a comprehensive 4-hour workshop. It's not all crunches, as you see. It includes experiential anatomy education along with tea time, and then you have a handout that you'll be working from as well. I help you make sure you are finding the deep core stabilizers. We will train them using body weight mechanics as well as steel mace. And then we will apply our newfound deep core and the network, which includes the lats and the glutes. We'll try all of those out, apply them into the yoga practice, including poses like chaturanga, which become much easier if you're engaging your core. So it's easier on the hands if you're engaging your core. If you're not engaging your core, you have a lot more weight on your shoulders, okay? So this will be much easier. You'll have an easier time with side plank. You'll have an easier time with deep back bends. And even back bends that are usually quite simple with Warrior One become much easier, much more healthy with deep core engagement. The workshop is on May 18th, a Sunday from 12:15 to 4:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. There is a recording, so you can join from anywhere in the world, anytime. Check for the information below. If that sounds interesting to you, sign up, and I hope to see you there.